All right, students, for the purposes of this video, we are going to go over the features of Turnitin.com to go ahead and see if we can vet, check, and make sure our articles are fully ready for publication. So, with that being said, I'm going to direct you to my desktop screen, and in front of you, you should see that I am in ClassLink. Yours should look similar, and there should be an option for Turnitin.com right here. If it doesn't, you can always go to Turnitin.com directly. So once you get in, you are already added to my classes. Obviously, if there's glitches or issues, please let me know, but you should have something that looks similar to mine. I'm actually going to switch to a student screen, and it's going to look similar to this. It should say Digital Media Production for your course. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go into a demo class. In your Turnitin.com, you'll have two assignments, okay? One for each article. You're going to go ahead and vet and submit each article and ensure that you go through all of Turnitin.com's checks to look for grammar and proofreading errors, and also look for source errors to ensure that we have a good, solid publication that you will be able to actually print, okay? So, to do so, for each assignment, you're going to see Submit. You're going to hit Submit, and there's two ways you can submit. You can choose from Google Drive, which is always nice because if you click on here, yours is going to look similar to mine. It'll log into Google, and you can go to your My Drive and find your article, okay? So I have one right here, Opposing Viewpoints article that I'm going to use, okay? So that is one of the quickest ways to do it. The other way you can do it is, I'm going to go back here for Submit. You can cut and paste upload. So when you click that, you can copy and paste your article in here. This one is real smooth if you don't want to use Google Drive's features or Google Drive's connection, okay? So either one works. What I'm going to do is actually go ahead and use the copy and paste feature. So I have a demo article right here, and copy and paste. And for the submission title, I'm going to call this Article 1 Draft, okay? Not drafty, draft, and hit upload. It'll take a second, okay? Depending on the file size and all that, you'll see a little loading screen. It takes a moment. Make sure you put a title on it, or else it will not go through. It will tell you need to put a title. Hit confirm, okay? You'll see a little bit of a preview. It's not readable, but what it's trying to tell you is that, yes, it has uploaded the text. So let's confirm that. And this will be the final step. Congratulations, your submission is complete. Okay, this digital receipt will be sent to your email. This is your confirmation that you did it. So the good news is, okay, if you find out that throughout this checks, because this is for a grade, you find out that you didn't get credit for this, your digital receipt will tell you, okay, that you submitted it on time and went through the proper checks. So once you have done this, it takes Turnitin.com a little bit of time to actually analyze your paper. So if you quickly go to Return to Assignment List and you go to View, you can see your report. Sometimes the view will be blank, okay? So wait. I've seen it last about 2 minutes, 3 minutes for it to actually analyze. Sometimes it's even quicker, so just be patient. If you see a Similarity Report right here, that means a 10%. I'll explain all those in a moment. That means it's done with your submission. So let's go to View, and let's check out what's happening. So there'll be a big pop-up. And the cool thing about Turnitin is it breaks down everything. It uses databases, a lot of information to find out if your article is original. So there's two sections over here that are important, okay? The first one is the red section. When you click on that, it will tell you where some of your sources are, okay? So when you click on each one, it will move to it, and look at that. It tells you, okay, this article or this text was from this website along with this source, and it matched it up and found it. It's kind of crazy how it can do that. And you can click on each one, okay? And it'll tell you 5% of your paper, okay, comes from this source. The general rule for colleges, high school, and middle school is that you want 15% or less. And right now, 10%, oh, that's good. Okay, 15% or less is the general rule. If you can't get it to 15% or less, I will not accept it and publish it. Okay, so to do that, what you want to do is rewrite and paraphrase. You want to go ahead and provide proper credit, and you want to extend some of your paper. Okay, so if you add more content or use different sources, that percentage will drop. Okay, so that's the first thing that you want to check. And as you're going through all of these, you can see there's more sources that it's found that relates to your article. Okay, so that's the percentage. And from a general sense, once again, 15%. Now for the purple. Okay, so the purple is a way to check your grammar. This should be zeros all the way down. Okay, but grammar, mechanics, proofreading, these are easy fixes. It tells you what the fix is. So as I'm looking through this paper is pretty solid. It's pretty well written. But I notice along here, yep, there are a couple errors, 4 mechanics errors, okay, 1 verb error. So when you're going through this, it'll highlight and it'll tell you, like right here, according to the September 4th, that's a proper noun. We know we got to capitalize that. So go back to your original document and fix that. Okay, so it will tell you what the error is. Okay, sentence capitalization, verb. Okay, so maybe use the wrong tense. Okay, so your job is to make sure you get your grammar down to 0 to fix all the errors. Okay, so once you have done that, okay, the first time, it will give you all the errors. What I would recommend is having it open. Okay, and then having your regular article open to go ahead and check and correct. Okay, you can, I'm going to close this, you can click this arrow and download a PDF format or a digital receipt, again, if you want to check that. But if you want, if you click the PDF format, I'm going to allow that to go through, okay, and it will download a copy of your article. For the submissions report, you still have to hit view, okay? So you have a backup copy. You are allowed to resubmit. You're allowed to resubmit 3 times per day. You can't just spam it, okay? So don't just do 1 correction and then recheck. 1 correction, recheck. You'll run out of submissions. So you're allowed 3 submissions within 24 hours, so use them wisely. Your first submission should be really telling of what you got to fix. Do all the fixes. Then submit it a second time to feel confident about the report, and if everything looks good, you're set. If not, fix the errors that it tells you, do a 3rd submission. You are allowed to submit 3 times in 24 hours, but unlimited submissions until the due date. But realize with that 3 cap, you want to target 3 submissions max. Okay? So, with that being said, that is the quick tutorial on how to use Turnitin.com. During class, I will do a live demo to explain everything, but for the most part, if you use it appropriately and diligently, it's going to show you how to polish your paper to be ready for publication. Okay? Feel free to email me or rewatch this video as needed. All right, thank you.